In your words, what is self-care? Because I think everyone needs it. Sometimes you just tend to neglect it.
Mostly to take time for yourself, like
Of
take
course.
time every day to either go for a walk, listen to music,
Yeah.
do some meditation.
For me to like even get up and go to the washroom, I had
Yeah.
my mom and my sister had to like carry
Oh
me
my
to the
God.
washroom.
I think there's another aspect which people don't really think a lot about when it's self-care or what we call self-love. It's about boundaries.
Not everybody has the free.
See?
I'll just
Yeah, not everybody has time like you. Okay. So anyway,
No
yeah.
voice. You have no voice.
It's really important that you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you are all you've left with. You are
That's
born
true.
alone.
Of
You
course.
die alone. Yeah,
I'm
I
just like,
cook
it's
too.
pointless.
So what I do is
Yeah, but I keep chipping them. So
you
I'm
have
just
to
like,
wear gloves. That's
how
what
they
from the
perceive-
social
yeah.
media or like how what they hear, what they see. That's what they see. So it's become a trend.
Welcome back, guys. So, back to talking about self care. So, as a model, I think personally I put the extra effort because I have to, because I get paid and that is my job, right? So, I don't think if I compare myself to other people, it's not the same when it comes to self care. So, when I wake up in the morning, I have to have like my green juice and then only I don't have my breakfast. That is how I operate. So, how do you guys operate as models? Like, how does maintenance work? Like, what's the extra effort that you guys do when you're modeling? Like, how much of input do you have to have when you have self care? Vishmi?
So, in terms of models, when talking about models, they quite often go through, processes where they will use like a lot of heat on your hair.
Okay.
Or like, in terms of makeup. You are not
Of
gonna,
course.
the makeup artist is not going to use like a special brush
for you,
dedicated
specifically,
for you.
yes.
So when you put on makeup, it's really important to take care of your hair and
Yeah.
skin because say you can oil your hair, put some hair masks and take care of your maybe when styling use like a heat protectant.
Yeah.
Even if so what we advise models is that even if you don't have even if you go to a set, make sure you keep like a hair protectant spray
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
And makeup wipes.
Yeah.
As soon as you finish the
I know,
shoot,
that
just
is very
wipe your
crucial.
face.
Your skin.
Don't let it sit. I mean, I know that you look the best when you
look
get your
amazing.
makeup done by a professional.
Of
But then
course.
again, there's like a downside to it.
Yeah.
Some models would love to go out wearing the same makeup.
I know.
But just take a
Long
wipe
term wise,
and-
your skin is like
Yes,
gone.
just take a wet tissue, wipe it off, double cleanse.
Yeah.
And it's really important to follow like a nighttime routine.
Of course.
Say now.
Secure.
Yeah. For me, for an instance, I don't really like to I like my skin complexion. I
Yeah.
don't want to be fair or anything. So what I try to do is I'll go wash my face. I will remove first with a wipe all my makeup.
Yeah.
And I will use another balm that deep cleanses my face.
Okay.
And I will use a mild cleanser. So I'll be wiping off first, deep cleanse, and use a mild cleanser. And then I will use a toner. So all that gunk will be gone from
Yeah.
my face.
But
So
I also feel like it's never enough.
Yeah.
Especially your eyes, keep wiping
Yeah.
and it's still there
Yeah.
until the next day.
Yeah, use micellar water.
Ah, okay, nice.
It works really well.
Not to self.
Yeah.
So,
in
as
terms
a guy though, as a guy, how do you guys take care of yourselves as a model, a model guy? What is the advice that you would give for everyone who's tuned in?
It's very simple. So not much to do either. But
Yeah.
sometimes we do have artistic shoots where
Yeah.
we have a lot of stuff on our face. But on a weekly basis, I cleanse my face, do often steams, and then when we go out, obviously use a sunscreen. So and also, I personally, right after I started modeling, I got advice from this model, and
Okay.
he told me to use a toner every
Yeah.
night before I go to sleep.
Okay.
So that helps me because we're always out we
Yeah, of
do
course.
shoots
Like the
outside.
dust and everything when you wipe,
and,
yeah.
And being a model, you sometimes have like sports shoes.
Yeah.
Right. So like we're out in the sun, it's full of dirt. Right.
Yeah.
So before I go to sleep, I wash my face. I use a toner, and right after I use a toner, I wear like a moisturizer
Yeah.
and then go to sleep. So it's basic.
I think
it's very
sunscreen is also life
Uh,
because
Yeah.
it's like it protects you from all that you're doing. So I think if you're looking at the long term as a model, it's not like you're forever going to be 16 with that skin.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're obviously growing older, so it's better to maintain it. And I think for me, sunscreen has to be there, even though I don't like it. I might look a little bit embalmed in it, but it's. I think
white
everyone
cast.
should actually follow it more than anything because of the long-term effects that is there on your skin. Are there any specific like products that you would recommend? You guys would recommend? I love my Ordinary. I love it. I live by it. But anything else you guys would recommend on your
Uh,
skin that you guys use?
I've always been a Nivea person,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
whatever I use is Nivea.
But also the other thing is you can't keep changing product because if you do change product,
Yeah,
your skin
exactly.
is going
and
to...
it's cheaper, so
And
Yeah.
not everybody has the same skin type.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you have like a problematic skin, it's best to go to a dermatologist.
Yeah.
But like for combination skin and whatnot, the nail serum, it actually is really good. It has hyaluronic acid. I don't know if I'm
I have
pronouncing
the
it
same
properly.
thing from Ordinary.
Yeah, correct. And also like what you eat also plays a major role.
Definitely.
So we also provide like nutrition advice, like nutrition plans, diet plans, also fitness. You
Yes.
have to keep your body fit. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not just for the appearance. When you work out, you feel more energetic.
More
You
energetic.
feel more
Your
confident.
mental state
Yeah,
is
mental
actually-
state. It clears
Yeah.
out, like it clears your head out. You see things more clearly and you're more focused. So as much as you care about your outer appearance, when it comes to a model, that confidence is very crucial.
Of course.
Yeah, say for an instance, I used to be very insecure, and then when I first joined the agency, I would wait until I look good to even do a
That
test
does
shoot.
not work.
Yes,
I
it's
have
like
to
we
say,
are always
yeah.
like a
We're
work in
waiting like
process,
on that
right?
potential,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to look this,
yeah.
but actually,
Then I'll do it. That's not
Yeah.
gonna work. It's like you're always a work in process. You grow every day. You
I think
learn
self-care
every
has to
day.
be consistent.
Yeah, it should be consistent. And even if you like, say for an instance, now you lose like for a month, you won't be able to like if you don't work out. It's about like not beating yourself up. It's just picking
like the
yourself
balance.
up, just getting back
Yeah.
on track. Not beat yourself up too much.
That's
because
true.
beauty is also very subjective, right?
I know,
So not
exactly.
compare yourself. That's
Yeah.
also self-love.
Natalie, what would you advise when it comes to self-care, like as a long-term thing, like since we're growing older, like what is good for us that apart from like what we use on our face, like what should our approach be on self-care?
Well, I think it all depends again the skin type you have. All this, I don't do much on my skin, but now I'm
You look
thinking,
gorgeous, by
okay,
the
now
way.
I'm 50, so maybe I
Yes.
should do. And now I just use this bio oil,
Okay.
because I
Yes,
feel
I have
it's
seen that.
nurturing
Yeah.
your skin, and also,
To
if
protect your
you
skin.
have, and also I have natural aloe vera plants in my garden.
my
So
God, that's a
sometimes I
lifesaver.
just cut a piece and just put
Yeah.
it on my
As
skin
your
in the
AM,
morning,
PM,
and
I
I
think
can feel
that's-
like it's like,
Yeah.
and then just put in a normal moisturizer and things like that. And sometimes I do also a scrub with sandalwood, things like that. So once in a while, and then you can do sometimes also a face, a face clean up and everything
Yeah.
with a professional. So then that's how I
Yeah,
would maintain
that's amazing.
myself. But like we say, it's also about hydration. You need to
Yes.
drink a lot of water,
Water.
and sleep.
Yes.
Sleep.
I
These
wish I
two things
told
are very
myself, yeah.
important because that will maintain your skin and the way you look.
Of course.
And as an energetic therapist, for me, it's also just about being with yourself,
Mm.
taking time to meditate or just stay with yourself. Or sometimes I like to just sit 10, 15 minutes in the sun in the morning with my feet in the grass, because
Okay.
that is also a way to
That's
relax
amazing.
and you
Yeah.
get energized. I
Yeah.
mean, you can just try just even 5, 10 minutes. You sit in the sun in the
more-
morning.
it's also like a
so your body
meditative-
feels
yeah.
light, and you feel
Yeah.
more energetic. So just simple things like this where you don't need to spend much money.
Okay.
And it really helps a lot, yeah.
Has anyone else like given you guys tips on self-care, like any specific tips that they've said, like, oh, if you do this, this will work? Like when I was younger, like my family used to say you need to oil your hair. Like really, I didn't see the point of this when I was younger, but now I do see the point of why consistency matters in self-care.
Yeah.
Any other things that you guys have learnt by people, your friends, regarding self-care that we could tell everyone who's tuned in?
I'd say definitely the sunscreen. I didn't
Sunscreen,
start
yes.
using it
Yes.
like until like I think 2 years ago.
Sunscreen and water.
Yeah, staying hydrated. Most of the time, junk food, cutting down junk food
Yeah.
helps a lot.
Maybe a treat once a week.
Because I mean, like I said, I have my phases.
Yeah.
When I eat healthy, I feel super confident. I'm ready to.
Yeah.
I'm like a go-getter.
Yeah.
But like there are some times where I don't get time to cook, and I'm
Then you're
like,
just like Uber.
I'm on autopilot. So
Yes.
like food, what you put inside your body is also like pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we talk about like social standards about beauty, right? I've realized that social media plays such a big role in it, right? So you have this certain expectation like we spoke about before, right? So you have cosmetic surgeries, you have Botox, all of this, right? What is your perspective on that? Like, okay, if you ever had the opportunity to actually do something or you want to do something, what would it be? Why would it be? And is it actually necessary for you to do it? Or like, where is drawing the line on cosmetics, like cosmetic surgery? Where would it be?
No, for me, I mean, I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
And I believe that anyway we're aging, we can't
Yes.
just stop. But there's a way of, if you take care of yourself regularly, your body like exercising, drinking
Yeah.
properly, sleeping properly, you maintain yourself also quite well.
Yeah.
Everybody ages differently. But sometimes I've seen some young people now,
Yeah.
everything is perfect, eyelash, their tone, everything. But when I look at them, I feel like they're like plastic.
This is
Like
there's
the
a
Botox
void.
is like, it's like
Yeah.
nothing is natural,
Yeah.
know. And the problem is you do something, but then again, you'll have to do something
There's a
because
repercussion where
anyway,
you have to just keep doing
your
it.
body
Yeah.
can't stay perfect like this until you're 100 years old. And it's again
It's
about
going to show as well.
yeah, and then again, it's about your self-love, self-acceptance, how you are also. But I do understand if someone has an issue, like I know someone, her eyelid was really falling down and
Okay.
it was
Like a
disturbing her
medical
vision.
concern of- okay.
So then she did like a lift on her
Okay.
eyelid, and that really helped. And maybe sometimes a little thing to give you a bit more that self-confidence. But
yeah.
for me, again, it comes about self-acceptance
Of
with
course.
whatever, you like about
Yeah.
yourself or you don't like. So it comes to that point for me.
It basically
Because
narrows it
sometimes
down
it's
there.
going to the extreme, which I've heard now with my friend who came from Europe. She
Yeah.
said the teenagers now, it's all artificial
Yes.
eyelashes, nails. They're putting extensions in their
Implants.
implants
Yeah.
in their thighs and everything. And she says, my God, they're only 20. So what will happen to their body? And also
Yeah.
health-wise, is this healthy? We don't know in these products, Botox, all these artificial things they put in your
You
body.
need to be very
It's
careful,
going to
yes.
create cancer. Is
Of
it going to
course.
create some health issues? So for me, it's to stay the most natural you can. This is my
Yeah.
philosophy, but
Your approach on it.
everybody has a different
That's
opinion.
amazing.
Yeah.
Vishmi, what would you say drawing the line is on all of this cosmetic stuff?
I mean, like I said, if you, by doing those things, if you feel confident in your skin, by all means do it. But Sri Lanka is a developing country.
Yeah.
And we don't know these techniques, like if they are like fully established.
Yeah.
There are countries like USA, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And here, like, for
Also
the
their
trend,
products
people,
are
yeah,
good
products
in
are
a certain
good.
standard
So
and-
like I'd say cross check, like
Yes.
check where you are getting your treatments from, see if they're certified.
Mm-hmm.
So if they follow those things, I mean, it's completely up to them. I mean, how you feel. But long term, I feel like there's going to be so many changes that's going to happen in terms of your
Yeah.
appearance. Not that you have to, when you do something, the thing is you have to keep maintaining it. Right?
Yeah.
Like lashes, you have to keep putting it. So the more you do, the more you harm your natural beauty.
Yeah.
And say for an instance, if you put extensions, when you take it off and put it back on, imagine how many strands of hair
I know, right?
you lose.
I've never done it, but I do not
So-
want to do that either.
Yeah, so in terms of drawing the line, I'd say just know what you're doing, right?
Research.
And then research.
Yeah.
And just like try to embrace yourself, and beauty is actually like very subjective, like I
Exactly.
always say. So just be happy with yourself, be kind to yourself. Most
I
of
think
all.
more than anything,
Yeah,
just stop
then you
running on
can
the trend that
yeah.
you want to be accepted
Yeah.
doing all of this.
Just like it's your self-worth is not just about like how you look.
Of
It
course.
could be how you treat people, how
Yeah.
much you respect, like, your people around you, or the, like, how much of work and effort you putting in terms of your
course.
job, your dedication. So it all adds up. So while you're focusing on your outer appearance, yeah,
I think
for a
first,
girl, for an
first
instance,
pay
yeah,
attention to
pay
your
attention
inner
to your
self,
inner
yeah.
self, yeah,
And then focus on the rest.
Yeah,
I think then
because-
everything would be just
yeah.
falling in place.
it's easy for people to fall in love with how you look.
Yeah.
But then again, when they really get to know you, who are you really as a person?
Yeah.
And
It
there's
comes
some-
to that.
Yeah, there's some people who are very, like we say, handsome or beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
externally,
inside they don't like.
Inside.
They
It's
don't
very
love each
hollow,
other.
I think.
No,
Yeah.
they don't like. They don't love themselves
Yeah.
often because
and
they
in
don't
that
know
process,
who they are.
there's so
Yeah.
much of trauma also occurred. So
Also,
coming and
so we
snapping
don't
back
know.
out of that
Yeah,
is not going to be fun.
yeah.
Anything else, Harish, that you would
So
like to
pretty
say?
much Vishmi and Nats covered the whole thing.
I
but
know,
would
right?
like-
And you're just like, what do I say now?
but I would like to talk about the fitness way
Yeah,
of it
of course.
because a lot of people, work out, they do their hard work. A lot
Yeah.
of models, they put in a lot of hard work.
Of
But
course.
apart from the models, right, there are people who use steroids to
Yes, I
get
know.
an easy body in 3-4
Yeah.
months. But I personally wouldn't do that because
Yeah.
I have a different path on my life.
Yeah.
But people think using steroids, 3-4 months work, it's easy to do it, but still it's hard work. They have to go through a diet.
Yes,
they have
of
to,
course, it's a
they
very,
have
very,
to know
like,
what they
strict
eat.
diet,
They have
yeah.
to know what they do. But of course, side effects, hair loss, all that.
Yeah.
So I would say my full stop is not steroids, but in the other point of view, it's still hard work. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
They
it-
know
it-
what they're getting
yeah.
themselves into, obviously.
because most of the people who earn through like bodybuilding and all, they obviously use steroids and they earn so much. So I feel like it's their path.
Also, it's that
Yeah.
they have to maintain a certain level of like exposure with the way they
Yeah,
look because that
exactly,
is
yeah.
what gives them business, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So-
it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like let's say you're just a normal dude doing steroids. If you're not earning through it,
Yeah.
there's no
That's the
point doing
point.
it. That's my point of view. But if
Yeah.
you're earning, you're making money through it, then yeah, sure. Because they know the side effects.
Yeah.
But they're making money off it. So my full stop would be obviously my pathway is
Yeah.
different. So yeah, that's where I would stop talking about since they covered all the beauty.
Yeah, I know, right?
Plastic and all.
So, guys, on that note, we've actually finished talking about self care. I hope all of you got a certain perspective of how we also think about self care. Please research because we don't want you doing anything permanent and then regretting it, because I think research is everything and everyone here would agree on that. Beauty is also not just your appearance, it is also skin deep, where you should know yourself and it comes from within. So that's all we have to say, right, guys? Anything else? Well, we're done for today. Please stay tuned in for the next podcast.
If you've loved what you heard and want to learn more, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.